Warning. The stunts in this movie. Hey, shut the f up!
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Druid. Today I just got off work, bro. Second day at the new job. It's lit. Cannot complain. But first, I got my first American glass. It's like the Puffco Proxy glass attachment, but it has a recycler edition. And it's blue, and I love it, and it's epic. But before we take a rip and I show y'all my new baby, we need a bevy to wash down the coffee that's about to happen. So while I'm in the whipski, I figured we might as well talk about how I got the glass, right? But essentially, while I was in my storage unit, one night, just, faded out of my mind, I realized I had to piss, right? As one does that doesn't piss themselves, I got up and, proceeded to do my thing. Not in the storage unit, mind you, but as I was standing up to do my thing, I managed to completely just take the Puffco that I've been sleeping with as a teddy bear and yeet it. I mean, like, to the ground, hardcore. I heard a crash. I got to wake up to a mess that I didn't like remembering. It's not something I'm very proud of. It's not something that I intend to do again. But I did need a replacement piece because although you have the Puffco, does not mean you can really rip it very easily without the glass. I have tried it. It essentially will just singe your upper lip if you do anything higher than the blue setting. I've tried. Yes. Also, I just like dabbing. Like, bud's cool and all. And I definitely have my ups and downs. I tend to go back and forth, like I'll smoke a shitload of flower, right? And just take bong rip after rip. And then it gets to the point where, we're 2 months in and it takes 5 bong rips for me to feel anything. And at that point, I might as well be spending my money on concentrates because at least I'll get the bang for the buck. And a puck. What the f? So, I spent this past weekend on vacation. Your boy went to an art festival, or intended to. Art festival didn't happen, but I did end up at a goth concert, my first goth concert in a club, and I saw some pretty fire opera scenes. One was about this cross-dressing king that it's hard to explain. So I go into this smoke shop while I'm on vacation, and I had called ahead to make sure that they had one because we had gone into a couple and they just didn't. So the day after that we had went and been unable to find anything, I did end up somehow finding a shop that had one. And so I went in and oh my god, this bitch was a museum. Legitimately thinking about it, you might as well just have had a bunch of prisms in there because that's the kind of rainbow it was. You couldn't have more colors in a pride parade. It was honestly one of the prettiest sights I'd ever seen, and if I was on any amount of psilocybin or lysergic acid, we wouldn't have left the shop. We wouldn't have been able to make this video because I probably would have gone to jail for trespassing because I didn't leave. Just staring at the glass all day. Sorry, I had to change the lane. But, important but. I walk up into the shop and I walk in part way and there's this girl that's, I say girl, I mean woman. And I had spoken to a guy on the phone. He's not there, so I figure, Brody's out for the day. Maybe it's a different representative or a third party system. I don't fucking know. So, as I walk up, she begins asking me what I'm interested in, what I'm looking for. I explained that on the phone that, as I said, that I was looking for a replacement for my Puffco Proxy. And she takes me to the case, and there they are. There's all the ones that would fit what I thought was a Puffco Proxy. She explains to me, shows me the very low budget Chinese glass options that I'm not interested in, period. And then she shows me some, you know, more higher end pieces. The 500 and up kind of tier. Those, honestly, glassified an entire altar at Dia de los Muertos and then put it all into a showcase box. If I could have bought out the place, I would. But I ain't that kind of bitch, because I don't got that kind of bread. But, it's a big but. You know, I realized, like, okay, I see what we got. I see what we're going for here. And I you know, wish I could buy the nice thing, but heck no, it's not in the Druid budget. The Druid budget's like negative. A Druid technically shouldn't be spending any money because Druid hadn't started a day of work yet. It had been employed for like 3 weeks. As this is going on, the guy that I talked to the phone walks out and he's like, oh man, like what's up? Like what you doing? I could tell he's a little surprised to see me because hey, I look like I'm 15 and I act like I'm 12. But I know what I'm talking about. So that's how I get my way through without getting the ID, and we'll get to that point about IDs. I explained like I was the guy on the phone and I was looking for a replacement for my proxy, and he like waves me over to this other case. He's like, hey, I got you, bro. We got some for even cheaper than what Shorty was showing me. So I was like, oh shit, I got the homie hookup. I'm feeling it, man. He could have given me flowers and you know I wouldn't want to kiss him anymore. But just kidding. As we're looking at these, and I start trying to visualize my pivot, you know, what I think is my pivot at least. And I'm like, huh, like some of these would definitely fit. And then he asked me like if I needed some extra accessory. I'm not quite sure what he said, but he pointed to a real proxy, not what I thought was a proxy, which is a peak. Point being, I, you know, immediately go red, and, you know, he's, it's like, oh, okay, well, do you know what it's called? I'm having a darn hard time remembering what it is, because I took a few confidence rips before I went into the shop. Does it start with P? Yes, but also Puffco does. So I'm not really sure if mine does start with P. That was my whole thought loop at that point. And I was just like, man, like, I know what it looks like. I left it in the car, I can bring it in. And he's like, nah, like not necessary. Probably thinking I'm fucking fat at this point. The point is, we finally figure it out. I point to the right one, not the first one, not the second, not the third. It is a peak though. And so gears start turning. He's like, yo, I got you. They're gonna be a little higher on the price side, but you can still get some solid American glass. He said American, and that, ooh, that got me excited. China glass versus American glass in the like extracts and bong world. It's the comparison of a Michelin star burger to McDonald's double-double. I might as well throw the double-double in the trash and then sit on top of the trash and then put that trash in the dumpster. If I could get anything for any price point under 100, phenomenal. And also, yeah, like as we walk up to this case, dude, realize, you know, once like the light bulb hits, and you know, we had been at the right case the entire time. His assistant had no clue that, you know, the proxy was anything different than a peak, and I thought the proxy was the peak, and the head of the store shop thought that I wanted a proxy. So, you know, finally solved that mystery. Yo, I just got some clothes from the Gma's house. Epic legendary spot. I think the Puffco's charged enough. Let's see if we can get this rolling. Sorry about that. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of charge. We got the orange. The orange is not red. That means it's go time. I don't know why I just put my car in second gear sober. That makes no sense. My glass. Glassy McGlass glass. It is literally a mission driving with your knees trying to find your glass, dude. Yo, that is a sick ass Mustang. Oh my god, I just sat on a ball. Oh. Dude, that was such a Chris Griffin moment. Anyways, let's unwrap the bitch. Let's get this baby going. Let's get this hoe flowing. And we're driving right now. I don't have any water on me. We'll figure it out. I'll come back in a second once I got it all situated. Okay, folks, it's looking like we made it. Looky here. Isn't this something? Isn't this something? Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the artist. I really wish I did. But we do have a treat to dab today. Something I haven't ever seen in a smoke shop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a THCP concentrate. And we're gonna try to dab some of this, baby. It honestly, fuck, I just spilled water everywhere. Down the middle of my car. Alrighty, take 2 with the water. She bubbling nice. Gotta tap up the water nice. And then, take the hot knife that's been on charge. This is being a pain in the booty cheeks. I don't know how well you can see it, but I have it on the lowest temp setting currently. I have it on the blue setting. Come on, baby, do something for me. Alrighty, folks. I hope y'all take a dab. I'm feeling lit, and it's been maybe 5 seconds. Did I clear the chamber? Looky here, babe. Looky here, baby. Y'all stay safe. Peace. Yo, Roger Volodarski freaking had a cult. My first words would be robber. Continues pour water. Literally.
Fucking everywhere. Freaking